Hello students, in this lecture we are going to learn about operations on real number. Okay, let us first understand that if you add two rational number, you will get another rational number, right? Similarly, if you add two irrational number, you will get irrational. Okay, clear? If you subtract two rational number, you will get rational. But in irrational, if you subtract two irrational, okay, so there can be two cases. One, it can be irrational and it can be rational also. Now, in which case it will be rational? If you subtract same irrational number. Suppose you have root 3 minus root 3, you will get 0, and in that case my irrational number gets converted into rational. Okay, remember this point. Then multiplication, we have got rational here, but similarly when we multiply two irrational number, here also we can get either irrational or rational. I will tell you the example of both. For example, if you multiply two different irrational number, you will get an irrational only. But if you multiply same, then you will get rational. Understand this? Same with division also. Here there is no complication, you will get only rational. But if you divide irrational by irrational, same thing, one will be, you can get irrational, and next you can get rational also. Rational we will get when you divide same irrational numbers, like root 3 divided by root 3, you will get 1. So whenever same irrational number is there, your subtraction, your multiplication and division will give you rational numbers. What if rational and irrational, we do multiplication, addition, subtraction on those things? So rational plus irrational, you will always get irrational. Rational minus irrational or irrational minus rational, both gives you irrational. Rational multiply by irrational, okay, and rational divided by irrational, or irrational divided by rational. It means whenever rational and irrational numbers are there, you will always get irrational. Let us take an example of each of the case. Suppose we have 2 plus root 3. You cannot do anything else here. So it will be like this only, and this is my irrational number. Here also 2 minus root 3 or root 3 minus 2, same. 2 multiply by root 3, you cannot do anything else, you need to just write 2 root 3. Division, 2 divided by root 3 will be written as 2 upon root 3, or root 3 divided by 2 will be written as root 3 by 2, right? So they all are irrational numbers. Okay, we have just learned that if you multiply two different irrational number, you will get irrational number, right? Now let us understand what will happen. So first of all, we write like this: two different multiplication and division. Okay. Now, if you apply this in binary multiplication, like root a plus root b multiply by root c plus root d. Okay, same as binary multiplication in rational number. What will you? Root a multiply by root c, you will get root ac. Root a multiply by root d, similarly b and c, and b and d. Right? So this is the general formula. Now if you change anything, it will also get changed. Suppose if you change the sign here, then sign will also get changed wherever required. If you change the number also, it will be also the same thing. So depending on this general formula, you can have different identities. Suppose the important ones I am telling you. Root a plus b and root a minus b. If you apply the same logic like this here, you will get a minus b. Okay, you can do it by yourself, right? And there are other identities also. You can apply the same logic here. Okay, now we will learn a new concept which is known as rationalization. Okay, this involves only irrational number. Suppose we have like this. Okay, so rationalization means removing the irrational number from the denominator. Okay, means we have an irrational number in denominator which is root 7. In numerator we have only a rational number. So what we can do, if you multiply by same irrational number, then we know that irrational multiplied by irrational gives me irrational only when irrational both are same. So what I have done, in denominator I have multiplied the same irrational number. So numerator will become root 7, but denominator will become 7. So numerator it's okay, right? Denominator should not be an irrational number. This is known as my rationalization. Now there are different cases also. Suppose you have got 2 plus root 3. Now since rational plus irrational, we have got irrational, right? Numerator it is rational. So what you will do, we need to remove this irrational part from the denominator, and we have just learned one thing, that root a plus root b gives me a minus b. So in that way we can remove the irrational part, means square root factor. So if I multiply by 2 minus root 3, so numerator will be like this only, but denominator will become, why 4? Because it's 2. 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3. So in this way you have got rid of the square root factor, and this is called as rationalization. And now we will learn about how to represent a decimal irrational number on a number line. Suppose we have given as 8.5, square root of 8.5, and we need to represent this on number line. So how to do that? What we will do first, we will draw a line of measurement 8.5. Let us name it as, correct. Then what we will do, we will just extend this by 1 centimeter. So I'm just writing out the measurements here. AB is equal to 8.5 centimeter and BC is 1 centimeter. Always this BC will always be 1 centimeter. AB can be of any length, right? 8.5 is there, so 8.5. If 9.3 is given, you take 9.3. But BC will always be 1 centimeter. Okay. Now what you will do? You will find the midpoint of AC. How to do? You can divide it by compass or just take the measurement. Better it will be if you divide it by compass. Okay. So how you can do? You can take more than half of AC and draw two arcs so that you can find the middle point, right? Suppose this is my middle point, right? Now by keeping the compass here rounder and make a semicircle. So the semicircle will be like this because it's the midpoint of AC. Now next part is you need to draw a perpendicular on B. How to draw a perpendicular? By compass also you can draw a semicircle 60, 60 and then like this. Okay. Now name this point as D. Okay. This BD is basically my root 8.5. Take this measurement and mark it on number line. So if you have 0, 1, 2, take this measurement and mark this wherever it is, right? So what you need to do? First you need to draw this internal part 8.5, then 1 centimeter, extend it, make a semicircle. First find the midpoint center here and make a semicircle, then draw a perpendicular on B. It will cut the semicircle at D. This measurement BD is basically my root 8.5. So in similar manner you can find out other numbers also. Okay, now let us understand law of exponents. Laws of exponents. Basically there are 7 laws. Okay, first is a raised to n multiply by a raised to n. It will give you what? If base is same and powers are different, what we do? We just add the powers keeping the base same. Similarly in division we do subtraction here. Remember this formula. You have done it in earlier classes also. Right? If the power is 0, whatever the base is, it will become 1. If negative number is there in power, you can change it by taking the reciprocal. If base are different, you can do like this. Multiply the base first and then take the power. Similarly for division. Right, so these are the 7 laws or rules of exponents. Okay, now let us take an example. Suppose the question is given as find the value of (1/3). Okay, we know that 64 is the cube cube of 4. But how to solve it? It will be like the 64 is 4 cube 1 by 3, and we know one thing is that a raised to m upon n is what? A raised to, so it will be, this 3 will be getting cancelled. Okay, so this way you can solve these kind of questions.